Welcome to this Cityscape watercolour painting using a plastic card. If you'd like to ask any questions about this tutorial, please put them in the comments section below. And if you'd like to see more tutorials like this, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. For a full list of all the materials I use in this demonstration, check out the description below. You'll also find a link for the photo if you'd like to paint along with that. For those of you that would like access to sketch outlines, ad-free tutorials that are longer, more in-depth, why not check out my Patreon membership? Details about that can be found in the description below. I'm just using 4 colours, a couple of brushes, and of course the plastic card, which can be an old store card cut up. I'm painting the sky wet in wet, leaving gaps for the clouds, and I'm using Cerulean, and I'm just sort of working my way down to the horizon, just being careful not to sort of touch or paint the buildings with my brush. I'm just painting a little bit of Quinacridone gold, just where I can see a little bit of light from this lamp in the distance here. And I'm using my size 6 brush and just dampening a little bit and blending and putting a little bit on Big Ben as well. It's such an iconic scene, this, and I've walked this bridge many a time. I'm just painting some reflections as well, using a little bit of brown and the gold mixed up in between, you know, on the ground there. And this is damp into damp. I've actually wet the surface, the pavement as well, and just painting this, you know, just sort of being a little bit sort of abstract here and there. I'm not painting all of the details, I'm just selecting, and I'm actually now painting the pavement with a mix of the Cerulean, and I'll add a little touch of the Indigo as well, just to grey it up a little bit. As you see, I've actually painted some darker reflections using the indigo and the brown, using my size 6 brush. I'm just painting a little bit of Quinacridone gold in the distance there. This is all damp into damp, so the surface of the paper is still damp. And as you can see, I've actually put some tape around the edge to give a nice white border. This it's not to stretch the paper, it's not gum tape, it's like masking tape. So I hope that clears that up, just in case you all start stretching your paper here. I haven't. I'm also lifting out some highlights with my damp brush, just to create a little bit of sort of like, almost like reflection. It's so wet, this pavement. I'm just painting the clock face of Big Ben here with a little touch of Quinacridone gold, and I've wet the entire surface of the Big Ben, and I'm actually just now using my card and painting my card with the Quinacridone gold and the brown, and it's kind of wet into wet using just the edge of the card. It's so much fun to do, and it's kind of abstract. It makes buildings so much easier to paint. I'm using my brush here to apply the indigo with a touch of Cerulean and just softening as I go. delighted with those buildings on the left there, the Houses of Parliament. It just looks so amazing with the card, and it's just wet into wet. It's just applying it with the card, the quinacridone gold, the brown, a touch of indigo here and there. I'm painting the people now. I'm using my size 6 brush. It's all wet on dry, and I'm just using those 4 main colours, the cerulean, the indigo, and just varying the sort of clothes so they all kind of look a little bit, you know, colourful as much as I can. I mean, if you half close your eyes and look at the photograph, they all look like they're wearing black or dark grey colours. So I'm just varying it just to kind of make it a little bit easier, and just painting their reflections in as well, and using squiggly sort of lines to create a little bit of movement so that it looks like a reflection. And it's quite effective because obviously I've got that really sort of soft reflection underneath, and now I've got another reflection, painting it wet on dry. Remember, less is more. I'm actually painting part of the bridge here, and using the card again, using a mixture of the indigo with some cerulean, but you could use Paynes grey and blue. It's quite effective then. I'm just putting a little bit over underneath the cars to create a little bit of shadow there. I'm also just softening the marks that the card made on the bridge here with a damp brush. I've allowed my painting to dry, and I'm actually printing with the card now wet on dry, using a mixture of the browns and the greys just to put some darker marks. In watercolour we work light to dark, so it's very effective here, just printing with these darks here. And there's some lovely perspective in this painting as well, so it really creates the depth, just those lines looking like they're going to join together in the distance and merge. I'm just sort of creating a little bit of detail on the bridge here as well. I'm just adding a little bit of detail to the people, and I will put a link in the description below for a video where I talk a little bit more about how to paint people, so I hope you find this helpful. I'm just painting the numbers now on the clock face there, trying to keep things really simple using my size 2 brush. I'm also painting the top of the spire there and some little darks and details with some browns with my size 6 brush now, just softening some of those marks that I made with the card, which were a little bit strong. I'm just painting a little bit of details now on this lamp, and also using the card to create some darks and details. I thought I'd use the card in between the people as well, for sort of just to create a little bit of texture there. It's quite exciting actually, just to dab your card into the paint and just create these textured marks. They not only give the detail of lines and things, but they just sort of liven the painting up as well. Still adding a few details with my brush now, using mainly the indigo with some cerulean or maybe a mixture of the brown as well. I'm just painting in some reflection of the lamp here now, wet on dry, using again the mixture of the indigo with a little bit of cerulean, and again sort of wriggling my brush to create that look of almost like reflections in water because the pavement is so wet. And it's really, really effective. Don't be afraid of painting a street scene like this. Just have a go. You know, you can just practice, maybe even in your sketchbooks. And something like this, try not to overwork your paintings. Try to just paint once and not worry them, if you see what I mean. I'm just painting a few marks in that reflection as well, and along the edge of the pavement here, just creating that little bit more detail to finish off the painting. I just finished off using some white gouache with the card there to give the painting a little bit more light and sparkle. And for those of you that sort of lose a little bit of your light or want to add a little bit more colour, I'm using Artist soft pastels. They're like chalk. They don't have to be artist either. It's just I happen to have this lovely little box of Sennelier soft pastels, and I'm using oranges and yellows and reds just to create a little bit of pop of light. I'll also use a little bit of white as well on the pavement to create a little bit of more light on there as well. I've removed the framing tape and this is my finished painting. I won't paint any more on it. I'm really pleased with it. What I really like is that sort of warm colours that have come through with the Quinacridone gold, really. And it was quite nice to use those pastels. But best of all was painting those buildings wet in wet with the plastic card. It made them effortless. I really encourage you to have a go. I'll also put another link in the description below for another London scene that I painted, the house apartment, different sort of point of view. Not many people in there, but it might give you a little bit of practice painting these buildings with the plastic card. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you'd like to watch others like it, why not subscribe to my YouTube channel and you will get updates of my latest videos. And remember, you can ask questions, just put them in the comments section below. I would love to hear from you and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. And for those of you that do want to watch longer tutorials with lot more in-depth explanations about colour mixing and techniques, check out my Patreon membership. Your support will be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching again. Happy painting. Bye for now.